Hello YouTube, Stormblade here. Just wanted to make this little video and talk about what maybe I'm thinking for this channel, stuff that might happen next season D2, the plans, metas, stuff like that. Won't be talking for very long, but it's just my thoughts, and then of course I will be having a comp game playing in the background for those of you that also wanted something to watch. So first, the channel. As you guys probably have figured out based on my channel and my streams, I'm a variety streamer, and I do like to play a lot of games, mainly FPS games, but I also do the occasional other games like adventuring games, puzzle games, like Minecraft, It Takes Two, stuff like that. And I'd like to know what you, the viewers, would like to see me play next. I'll have new stuff when the new season of Destiny comes out, which will be on Tuesday. And then also things like The Dungeon when that comes out next Friday on the 27th. And then there are also games that I wouldn't mind going back to, like It Takes Two, Guardians of the Galaxy, which have a campaign, and then other games you can always go back to that have like multiplayer, like Fortnite, Call of Duty, stuff like that. And I'd like to know what you guys would like to see me play the most, or at least the game you would like to see me play next. I'm always willing to go back to either complete or revisit any games. It could be like some Batman games that you haven't seen, it could be Mass Effect, or it could be stuff that's been uploaded to this channel, like Fortnite, Destiny, stuff like that. So, and then I'm also willing to do new games whenever those come out, like the Lego Star Wars game just came out recently, I'm willing to play that. Gotham Knights comes out in, I think, October. And whatever you'd like to see me play, just like leave a comment, and I'll definitely go through those, and I'll see what you guys want, or what's the most liked, stuff like, or whatever, whatever happens, and then I will go and play that game. So definitely just leave your comments and what you would like to see me play next, and I will definitely look into it. Games on Game Pass, of course, are easy for me, or games that I already own. Games that I would have to buy new would take a little bit longer, but that's, that's the name of the game. And, alright, for the next 3.0 subclass, I'm assuming it is solar. For this, I planned that it was solar. I saw a leak like a month or two ago that said it was solar, and it's a pretty reliable source, so I'll say it's probably solar, so that's what I plan for. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'll mention like some Arc stuff, or if it's Arc, I'll just do that first. If it's Arc, there's some things that'll be really good. Crown of Tempest, Battle Harmony. Battle Harmony is a good general exotic for Warlocks. Getaway Artist is good for Warlocks. Rain Flux is good for Hunters. Titan would be Insurmountable Skull for, and then I forget the name of it. But the helmet that gives you the overshield in Striker Titan would be good. Curious wouldn't be terrible just for an overshield. And then Armamentarium's a good general exotic. Frosty's a good general exotic for Hunters. And then, of course, every weapon with, like, Elemental Capacitor will get that handling buff, which is always amazing. I have a hockey shotgun with Elemental Capacitor and Perpetual Motion, and it's so snappy when you're running Arc, and I can't wait to have that synergize with, like, Top Tree Striker, so that then I get double grenades, and I can just kind of run around the map and have good zone control. But, back to what I was saying before, assuming it is solar. Since if it is solar, I will be probably using Lordly Splendor, Phoenix Cradle, because those are really good sunspots, and sunspots of course helps your ability regen, so you can get your abilities back, and then also they do pretty good damage when someone is sitting them, so they are good for zone control and ability regen, which is, never a terrible thing, especially with the ability regen nerfs that Bungie has been handing out. Some exotics that could be really strong for PvP. This is all with PvP in mind, because if done right, any exotic could be really good in PvP. Some are, of course, focused for PvP, but there's always, like 9 times out of 10, there is a way to make them all work. But for Titans, Lorelei, of course, Phoenix Cradle, Hallowfire Heart, which is good for both, Path of the Burning Steps. That kind of depends on how they do, if they make any adjustments to it, and how they do Tempered Metal. Because I did see something, there was, I think in one of the TWABs, it was like, Solar Kills gives inner accuracy buff, or something along those lines. I can't remember for sure, but for argument's sake, let's just say that that's what it is. And if that were to pair with Burning Steps, you would be getting an air accuracy buff and a damage buff at the same time, which would make guns like Igneous Hammer and Summoner and like Borrowed Time really strong. So if that does turn out the way that I'm thinking it is, it'll definitely be a strong contender. So definitely would recommend that. For hunters, Ophidia Spade for the knives, and then Young Ahamkar's Spine is the main one, because those trip mines can be really good, and then of course the ability kills give you your knives back. You can use it in your Golden Gun Super, I figured out, which means you can probably get 2 or 3 Golden Gun kills, get your nade, throw it, and then if you're doing 6-shooter, get another 3 kills, get your knife back again, or with throwing knives, with the current Blade Barrage, that's also a solid option, and also that's good for PvE because of the ability nerfs to stuff. You can get that way more consistently, and also do pretty good damage with things that have Demolitionist, like a Hothead, and Salvager Salvo, the grenade launcher with Vorpal. And then for Warlocks, if they are done correctly, Sunbracers could be really strong, and you can use that for good area control. And then also, if you use the right mods, can give you your melee back so that then you can chain it, or use it with like Monte Carlo, or use Monte Carlo with things like Ahamkar's Grasp, so that then you get the double melee, which is always good, especially with the tracking melee of Top to Dawn currently. Also Starfire Protocol for extra fusion nades if they make any changes to that. You can take the Dawn for the extra in-air accuracy with like any weapon. And then of course Boots of the Assembler when paired with Lumina is also giving that pretty substantial in-air accuracy buff. Fuck. And for the next thing, for the weapons and the changes to the in-air accuracy, some weapons are probably going to be more prominent in the Crucible. My guess, or my assumption would be things like Titans running Line Rampants with Last Word and DMT. SMGs like Huckleberry, since Huckleberry is getting a nerf and it's pretty good at the short to short medium range, like Shayura's was, or is, though it's getting the nerf, which is going to place it on top. Plus with it pretty much being a version of Suros, but as an SMG, so it gets all that buff from Peacekeepers. And then Hunters are going to probably be running things like Wishender and Lemon Arc with Oathkeepers because of that buff, and Lemon Arc, of course, being poison, so that then they can capitalize on that with a hand cannon. I wouldn't be surprised if that shows up way more in the Crucible, because there's already a decent amount of people that I've seen use it, but it's going to be definitely stronger. And like I said, Lumina with Boots of the Assembler because of the inner accuracy buff, and then also getting the Noble Rounds from just your Rift. And I can't remember if it was mentioned, but if Necrotic Rips also buffs things like the Weapons of Sorrow, then Thorn and Osteo Trigger will definitely be showing up more from that as well. And I think that's about it for what I have to say about like plans and stuff. As always, if you enjoyed, please do like and subscribe. It helps me out. I'm almost to affiliate on Twitch, so definitely go drop that a follow. Link that will be in the description below. Discord will also be in the description below for updates and for notifications on when I go live, when I upload. And I think that's about all of it. And I'll just let the rest of the gameplay play out, and I will see you in the next video.